Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. I'm Joey McWilliams. I'm glad to get to visit with you. We've had a couple of Tuesday nights off, and we actually tried to make up for it a little bit this afternoon. Had an interview with Josh Brakeen as he was heading into town today, visiting with one of the two candidates that are in the primary runoff for Congressional District 2 in the United States House of Representatives. So it's nice to get to visit with Josh this afternoon. Hopefully you've had a chance to see that video as it was posted on the Facebook channel. And I believe it is also on the YouTube channel as well right now. This is, of course, live on both Facebook and YouTube right now. And I know it's been a couple of weeks since you guys have gotten used to seeing me back on the air here on this channel. There's going to be a lot going on over the course of the next 4.5 months as we wind down 2022. And I'll just tell you right up front, I have one little Patriot that's a senior, two little Patriots that are sophomores this year. School is about to get busy and lots more information to come. But it's not about me tonight. In fact, it is about the person who is on the monitor that you're looking at to my left, but on my right over that. I can't reach through the monitor, by the way, to get to visit with Lisa Taylor tonight. Lisa, congratulations for taking some time to visit with me, because I know we've been trying for a while to get to visit. And hey, listen, after all this time, you get to be the first person right before school starts. So I'd love to say it's an honor, but anyway, it's my honor to get to visit with you. I as a member or the person who is over the Durant Industrial Authority, one of the big things that's come out this past week is about builders and backers. I like the name, builders and backers. I know that's what that we really want to talk about tonight. We may get a chance to break some news later on, but in the meantime, I want to talk about that because that is a really cool thing. And before I let you say anything, I want to tell you, I've heard you talk about it and you smile every time you do. It seems like something that is really, really cool and something close to your heart. So what is builders and backers? What's that about?
And I'm glad you noticed that, because anybody that knows me or spends any time around me knows that my heart is all about small business. It's about our community and growing our local businesses. So Builders and Backers is a national program, and it is an idea generator or an idea accelerator. So it's for people who have an idea for a business that would complement our community or fill a gap or a need in our community. It can be any business. Any business idea that you would have. You don't have to know how to, get from an idea to actually opening the business. That's what Builders and Backers is all about. So we have applications open right now. I'll get to that in a second, but let me tell you how we brought this to Durant. So Heartland Forward is a nonprofit organization. They're out of Northwest Arkansas. And they cover or they focus on the 20 states within the heartland of America. And they are trying to support or sponsor this Builders and Backers program. And we partnered with Heartland Forward to sponsor up to 5 participants in this Builders and Backers program. So what that means is Durant Industrial Authority, we put in $10,000. Heartland Forward matched it with an additional $20,000. And that will support 5 participants, again, in this Builders and Backers program. Applications are open right now. You can find the link, the easiest place, on the Durant Industrial Authority Facebook page. You go in and you fill out a short little questionnaire about what's your idea and, what's the problem that it will help our community overcome. The 5 participants that are selected for the cohort will go through about 45 days of a technical assistance process. And at that point, they'll be granted $5,000 each for seed money to do some R&D on their idea. And once they go out and do that and find out, hey, this is an idea that's going to make it or not, and then they come back for an additional 45 days of technical assistance again. It's my understanding that by the time the participants graduate the Builders and Backers program, they will be ready to go ask for financing and start their business. And the reason I'm smiling so much when I'm talking about this is the Durant Industrial Authority. Hopefully you all know that a couple of months ago, the Durant Industrial Authority adopted 2 separate grant programs for small businesses in Durant. And one is a technology grant. It's a little $2,000 grant for participants of the Small Business Boot Camp. and then a $5,000 grant that we're going to roll out probably in the next month or so. We're still working on a couple of little technical details with it, but these will be $5,000 grants that can help a business, upgrade a piece of equipment, improve something on their building. I don't know, do some replace heat and air, do something, just whatever is going to help them out. And so the cool thing about doing the builders and backers is that potentially, if you go through this, if you're selected and you go through builders and backers, you will get that $5,000 seed money. If you end up opening that business here in Durant within one of those 4 distressed census tracts in Durant, you could qualify by going through the boot camp and then completing that. You could qualify for up to an additional $7,000 in grant money from Durant Industrial Authority. And then the really cool thing about living in, Durant, Oklahoma, is that we have this really cool partner, Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. And if you are a Choctaw member, I hear that they have the wonderful Choctawpreneur program where, you could apply for additional grant money through there for your small business startup. So it's just a really great time to be thinking about opening a business in Durant, Oklahoma.
Well, it sounds like it. Yeah. Kind of want to go, but wait, there's more. And just
there's more.
Yeah, I know. It's a great commercial just right off the bat. Hopefully we can clip some of this and make a commercial for you. Really quickly, I want to say hi to everyone. Got lots of folks that are watching tonight over the course of the evening. And for those who have joined us already, Dottie, thank you for coming by tonight. Dottie's always a regular. Brina, it's good to see you tonight. By the way, Brina, the thing that I was looking for, I did not find. Just to let you know, want to throw that out there over the air, but you know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Lahoma, thanks for watching tonight. And yeah, she's that's a specific shout out to Lisa there. Lahoma, thanks for watching. Jeff, hi, man. It's good to see your name come up there as well. Kenny Gardner. Kenny Gardner is, he has some information that we'll get to in just a little bit. And so we are going to, we'll get to that in just a moment. Kenny, we're going to try to break some news here tonight. So give me a chance here in just a moment, and we will do just that. Tiff, thank you for watching as well. Now, Lisa, as we're talking about the builders and backers, and I think you've done a great job explaining that. It makes me excited. It makes me kind of wish that I was just now starting so I could get to be a part of something like that. But there are a lot of folks here in Bryan County and in this area that are and have the cool ideas. And this is that time. If there ever was a time for, I think the word is disruption. And I know on the Builders and Backers site, that's one of the words they use, to disrupt. We're disrupting what was the norm with these great new ideas. So be encouraged. You may have that special idea. Lisa, when somebody has that idea, is there, beyond just the opportunity to get that scholarship, if for lack of a better phrase, I'm going to take it scholarship because they are learning and there is training going on. Is there any other cost?
So the cost for a participant to go through the program, and it's an online program, the cost to go through is $6,000 per participant. So between the Durant Industrial Authority and Heartland Forward, the participant will not be charged anything. Okay. We've paid that up front. Now we'll say that Builders and Backers is a program that we are sponsoring, so we don't have anything to do with selecting the applicants for the cohort. That's all. They're the experts, so they're taking care of that part. We're just sponsoring. So no, to answer the question the long way, no, there should not be any cost. Just your time, and your idea.
Well, that's a fair question, because sometimes, you get grant money for something, but it may not cover the entire cost of what's going on. So that's really exciting. For those 5 participants that make the cut, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, then all of that training. Wow, that is really, really cool. That's a neat idea. Speaking of ideas, and we're here tonight on BCB Live talking with Lisa Taylor, who is with the Durant Industrial Authority, speaking about builders and backers and ideas, that the opportunities to make businesses. Is there an idea in particular that stands out, or, I don't want to give away any state secrets, but everybody has their own ideas. Let me ask you this then, would an idea like a Bryan County Patriot, like an online newspaper, would that be something that would fit the bill?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe they consider everything. I would encourage everyone, before you you submit your application to go on to the website. Again, you can go to Durant Industrial Authority's Facebook page and click on the link on the Builders and Backers post and go to the site, and you can read success stories about participants who have been through this program, what types of businesses they started, and what it did for their community, how their community ultimately has benefited from the business. So.
Yeah, and we just posted on here. Tiff asks what's the website, and there it is, buildersandbackers.com, buildersandbackers.com. And again, the application, if you wanted to, is at the Durant Industrial Authority Facebook page. If you wanted to go there to get that. Well, I mentioned that just to give somebody an idea, because you never know what idea is going to come up. I can tell you 12 years ago, I wouldn't have thought that an online venture like this would have been something, first off, that I would be doing, but secondly, that's an idea, really. Yeah. But there's so many people in our county and so many neat ideas. I've seen people do things, or they manufacture products, they have food items, different things, restaurants, different kinds of restaurants. You never know. So that's really cool. Okay, so let me go back to the application then. They can find that application online and they just fill it out. Do they submit it to you? Do they print it off? Do they send it email? How do they get it to you?
It is an online application, but when you go to the site, there's a little, you'll see, I think it says docs or something. It's in the wording. So read everything on there. But I actually went and printed one off just before this interview, so I could maybe share a couple of questions off there. But the application will be submitted electronically on there, but they give you the option to print off and look at the questions ahead of time. So a couple of the questions, obviously they're going to ask you what community and what's your name and basic stuff like that. But then they ask about the problem and the idea. So it asks, what is the problem you're focused on? What is the problem your idea is aimed at solving? And then they ask for details about it. They give you the option to share a short, up to 5-minute video about your idea. So
that's neat.
So if you have this great idea and you can speak passionately about it, maybe that's the way you need to go.
That's really cool. I like that. Kenny Gardner has posted this up there. Of course, we said it out loud just a moment, so we'll show it up there. Get that on there really quickly. All right, I'm going to throw this out here. Can you see that? Jennifer Brewer has thrown me under the bus, so I'm going to go ahead and point that out. When I originally typed in and made this link today, I did say Lisa Jackson. And so that's so I retyped that, but apparently somewhere there is still a link that says Lisa Jackson instead of Lisa Taylor. So thank you, Jennifer. I know where you work. We'll come down. We'll visit sometime about throwing me under the bus like that. Right
Taylor, Jackson.
Show. Okay. Anyway, so that's Willie. Well, I know it's and I know somebody named Lisa Jackson too, so maybe that was in my head, but that's okay. We're gonna leave this up here. Kenny, thank you for putting that up online. Shout out to all the folks who are watching tonight. Now, some of you are watching us live. Thank you very much, and the community who is watching comes in and out, so I appreciate that. You may be watching us on the replay here on a Wednesday, Thursday, or whenever the case may be. Thank you for watching as well. We appreciate your support. Now, Lisa, I'm telling you what, you're just involved in all kinds of things that are going on because your office is at the airport.
It is.
And the airport that's been in the news as well this week. There's some growth going on. Now we want to have John Wyatt come on and visit. Love getting to visit with John. He's a great guy, and I really appreciate him and just the enthusiasm he has in what he does. But I mean, it's about to get bigger out there too.
It is. So I appreciate everyone that came out on Friday evening last week and viewed the airport layout plan. KSA, our consultant for the airport, they had an event, a public event where we get input, and they revealed our airport layout plan. And we actually just completed a process to look at the about 240 acres on the east side of the runway where we're looking at future development opportunities. And so that's one of the reasons I'm out there. The airport is such a, huge economic generator for our community, or it can be even more of one. And so, when I was hired a few years ago, that's one of the things that we talked about even in my interview was how we really, we want to capitalize on the airport being there. And the guys out there are doing a great job. It's really grown by leaps and bounds, even the last year or so. So very proud of our airport. Don't want to steal the airport director's thunder on this one. But I do encourage you to invite him on.
Well, and we will, and hopefully John will come on. So if you're watching, John, the open invitation is to you right now. And I don't want to take away from his thunder as well. However, I agree. And Southeastern, of course, if you don't know, Southeastern is such a great school in so many ways. We have a gym right here in Durant in Southeastern Oklahoma that I don't think we talk about nearly as much. Of course, if Dr. Newsom's listening right now, and sometimes he'll watch. I want to say it's really, really cool what is happening. We have a great aviation, one of the best aviation educational facilities in the country. We have such a great rodeo team. We have so many things that are really fantastic to talk about. But we go back to aviation. I mean, there's the new simulator. We got that. That is a big deal, and it's right here in Southeastern Oklahoma State University, right here in Durant. So it's definitely worth talking about. Okay, I don't want to bury the lead because Kenny posted just a little bit earlier. So if you're watching in the comments, I do want to break some news. Maybe this is news for you tonight. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. But this is something that just happened this evening, and it was announced at the Durant City Council meeting that we have a new interim city manager. And that person is actually on the air with me right now, Lisa Taylor, not Lisa Jackson, Lisa Taylor. And congratulations, Lisa. That's really pretty cool. What an honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't want to, I know that there's a lot out there, and without, you can't go into a lot, but it's a big deal. Can you address that? Just say, something to that.
I'm just honored that the council put their faith in me. Someone had to step in, and again, I feel very blessed that they put their faith in me to try to pull us all together, and I will do my best. So I care about this community. So
that may mean you have to come on here a little bit more often then. I joked a little earlier about congratulations to you, but I wanted to turn it back around and say, okay, come back on and keep us posted on what all's going on. We would love to hear more from that area. Jennifer, by the way, I promise I won't come down and fuss at you. Jennifer says, sorry for throwing me under the bus. That is all right. But again, she also says congratulations to you. So congratulations, Kenny does as well. And I'm sure there are other folks out there that would relay that sentiment. Congratulations. It really is a big deal. All right. So without going too far into that, let's go back really quickly. And I want to see if you maybe put a bow around the builders and backers thing, because again, if you're just tuning in, if you're watching the live show and you're just now tuning in, I'm going to put that website back up there at the bottom. Kenny posted there in the comment section, an opportunity really to make something happen. And Lisa, say what you want to about the economy, say what you want to about all the other things that are going on. There are so many things that if we just do what we do individually, as families, as individually, and use the tools and the gifts and the talents that God's given us, I think there's a way for us. So can you put a bow around the builders and backers and talk about just, doing what maybe you want to do?
Yeah, just if you have an idea, it doesn't matter how big, small, how ridiculous you think it might be, just get online, submit an application. It could change your life. It could be a new venture, new business for you. It's only available for startup ideas, so it's not a program for existing businesses. I would just say, if you're a dreamer, if you have the least little dream for starting a business, this is your chance. Get on there, complete the application. I hope we get so many applicants that we have to go back and, come up with some more money and support more people. That's what it's all about. So.
That is cool. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate your heart. Dottie says congratulations as well. I appreciate your heart for the community and what you do. And I think it's a really big deal. So I'm grateful that you came on and spoke about it with us here tonight, the BCP Live, and with the folks that are watching here. So again, congratulations on the new gig. My goodness, you have a lot going on.
A lot. Hey, and we forgot the most important thing. I believe the deadline is August 15th to apply.
You know what? I thought of it twice, but when I didn't want to interrupt you. What is it again? August 15th?
I believe it's August 15th.
Okay, that is Monday.
Yes.
That is Monday. So you have 6 more days. Folks, you can do this in 6 days. Take the time, go online, find it. There it is. The link's right there in front of you on the screen. If you're just listening, if you're listening while you're driving along, buildersandbackers.com, buildersandbackers.com, and we appreciate that. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Lisa, I will let you go because I think you probably need to get some rest. I can imagine it's been a long day.
It has. Thank you. Thanks for having me on. I always appreciate our conversations.
Well, I do too, and it's a privilege to have you on. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to let Lisa go and get some rest, and we'll start to wrap things up here from Studio B at the world headquarters of Emerald Quest, Bryan County Patriot. BCP Live, not on location tonight. We're just here in the studio, and that gives Lisa a chance. The new interim city manager. How about that? We got to break some news. Now, Kenny, I want to say thank you for posting because, in case someone didn't know, I might not have known, but I did find out a little bit earlier. But Kenny, thank you for keeping us all abreast of the situation and letting us know about that tonight's city council meeting. So breaking news right here on BCP Live. We'd like to do that. All right. Okay. A couple other things really quickly. Well, maybe one other thing. A lot going on. School's already started in a couple of places. It will start at Durant, and I say that because mine are going to Durant. We have a senior this year. Jails is a senior this year. So I know there are a number of other folks that watch this show. You all have kids in school as well. So that starts August 18th. And my number 3 daughter is about to be 18 years old as well. The twins, little twin Patriots, are going to be sophomores this year. So that is cool. Also, let me throw this out there. And some of you may not know this. It's been a little while since we talked about it. We did cross 1,000 subscribers on Midwest Sportsnet, the YouTube channel, which is a part of the whole Emerald Quest conglomerate, big media. We're just a big media mogul here. But we did cross 1,000 subscribers there. So I want to say thank you because some of you all subscribe to the channel. We are headed for 1,100, and so we are trying to push that second 1,000 so we can be a part of the whole that whole partner program where you can actually monetize and do that. Sports is kicking back in. We are going to be at Southeastern very, very quickly for Midwest Sports Saturday for a football game. So we'll have news about that hopefully on the next show on Tuesday nights. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Yeah, Kenny, I appreciate you keep helping out, man. And thank you for watching tonight. So Midwest Sportsnet, by the way, if you haven't subscribed already, we had Coach Fenwick on a little bit earlier, about 2 weeks ago. We had the new coach, Coach Schur, Mackenzie Schur. She's the new softball coach on. And we had her on about a week and a half ago on Midwest Sportsnet. And you know what? We are going to have a few more. I believe Coach Solon Mitchell will come on the show with us very soon as well, and probably here on BCP Live. So lots of sports at Southeastern. I know we have a lot of sports going on in Bryan County, but if you don't follow Southeastern sports, you need to, because we have some quality teams and we have some quality people. And that's a big part of it all. It's one of the reasons I enjoy covering Division II and NAI. So just wanted to keep that in mind. Thank you for watching this channel, but Midwest Sports Net, the YouTube channel, if you've not already subscribed, doesn't cost you anything. Midwest Sportsnet, and you'll see a little MW. I like to think that's for McWilliams as well as Midwest. So that is out there. Okay, more activities coming up in the future. And we also have the countdown to the time capsule reveal for the Big Peanut. We're going to be talking about that all year long. June of 2023, they're going to dig up and unveil the time capsule that was set there, obviously 50 years ago, 1973, under the Big Peanut. And we will be talking about that a lot over the next few months. So keep that in mind. We're going to have some spots even on location because it's going to be promoted all year long. This is a big deal. I don't know if you all experience this, but I do experience this occasionally. Be driving down on Evergreen and look over, and there's somebody getting his or her or their family the picture taken with the Big Peanut. That's pretty cool. Have you ever anyone? I mean, if you're watching, if you're in the chat right now, let me know. Have you ever taken a picture with the Big Peanut? Okay, well, I won't close just yet. I'll wait to see if someone responds. Have you ever taken a picture with the big peanut? Because people do. And, there are folks who come in and they'll go out to the casino, go out to Choctaw Casino and enjoy the time, spend the time. But maybe one person's enjoying himself or herself a little more, and the spouse or family wants to do something else. So they'll come into Durant. Well, they've learned a few things about Durant, go to our great downtown that we have, our Main Street shops and more all around downtown Durant. And they learn something about the big peanut. So they'll go and take a picture, park there and take a picture with the big peanut. So I don't know if any of you all have ever done that. Here, I'd be curious. All right. Well, I won't keep you forever on that. That is it. Okay. Well, we did get, okay. Thank you, Dottie. Jack's family from Hawaii has. All right. Did Jack pose as if he were eating the big peanut? See, that's the real question. If Jack's involved. Anyway, I don't know. He could have. All right. Shout out to Jack too. Okay. Nice to get to visit with Lisa Taylor tonight, who is with the Durant Industrial Authority and also the new interim city manager for the city of Durant. Congratulations to her. Thank you all for watching. We do have a couple of people who are slated to be on the show next week. I'm always cautious about this and because I don't want to say, hey, this person's going to be there and then he or she doesn't get to show up. And I don't want them to feel bad. So I will tell you that quite possibly we have two people on the show for next Tuesday night. All right. No, he was. Jack wasn't looking like he was taking a bite out or even licking it. And we've had pictures here on BCP Live before of Jack actually, licking the plexiglass during the COVID shutdown time. Not a lockdown, just a shutdown. So that's there. Hey, good evening to Dustin Reed. Thank you for watching tonight. Dustin Reed for state representative here in Oklahoma. Appreciate you stopping by. Kenny says, no picture with the peanut, but our family that comes up from Texas always stops by to get a picture. Okay, so yeah, other folks. May not be you yourself, but family is not. I don't think I've done it. I remember seeing the big peanut for the first time when I was in high school and I was driving. I used to drive over here from Ardmore. I lived in Ardmore to go to church in Durant. Enjoyed the youth group over here, and that was the first time I saw it. So I was a teenager in the 80s, and that was when I saw it. I don't think I got a picture with it then. It wasn't as easy then because then you got only so many pictures in your little roll of film that may have had 24. And so you had only so many pictures. You couldn't just take, repeatedly like 1,000 pictures with your cell phone. And then you had to pay to go get it developed. And then after a week or however long it took to get developed, then you get it back and then you see that you were blinking. So that picture's no good. All right. Kenny says Kenny, you can keep commenting all night. It's fine. I don't care. Last comment, I promise. He says, y'all vote for Dustin Reed. Good night. Good night, y'all. So, okay. Well, apparently Kenny's done. That's all right. He's giving a shout out and garnering some support for Dustin Reed tonight. So that is all right. Okay. I will wrap it up with this. I want to say thanks to everybody for watching. If you're watching the live stream and you're still on tonight, thank you, because it means a lot to me. It's always nice to know that I'm getting to talk to somebody actually at that time. If you are watching the replay, I'm still talking to you, but you're a trooper for sticking around this long. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Listen, I always encourage you to do 3 things, and I'll do it again tonight. Number 1, be wise. We need wisdom. We need wisdom now to live in this day and age. So be wise. Number 2, walk in love. It's not always easy, but it's always the right thing to do. Walk in love. And number 3, do not walk in fear. That one is probably the toughest one at times because no matter what you're going through, sometimes it's a challenge to not be afraid of what could or couldn't happen or what may or may not happen and what could come your direction. So I encourage you, don't walk in fear. Be wise. Walk in love. Do not walk in fear. Dustin says, last weekend without football. Yay for that. Scrimmage is on the way, and then the college football season after that. We have coverage of the college football season on Midwest Sports Nets and college volleyball as well. So keep that in mind if you haven't already subscribed to Midwest Sports Net's YouTube channel. I'm Joey McWilliams. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks, very, very huge, humongous thanks to Lisa Taylor for being on the show with us tonight. And thank you to all of you for commenting and watching as well. It really does mean a lot. We'll be back next Tuesday night with guests. I hope. So we'll go from there. God bless you all. Have a great night. And right at 30 minutes, we'll shut it off. See you later.